I'm Marleigh.
And I'm Tess.
And welcome to Book Emporium. Ever seen that video of two foxes screaming at each other? That's this podcast.
So true. Coming to you from inside the nest.
Until we can get a better setup someday. We are in Tess's home blanket fort and propped up by pillows, and it's wonderful, and it works.
I'm so into blanket fort. We started this telling each other about the horny books that we've read on my living room couch.
Yes.
So this feels very back to our roots.
It does. And also, we should actually say what we do here. So what we do on Book Emporium is we summarize the plot of smutty books for each other's and hopefully your listening pleasure.
Yes, today Marleigh has read a book and I know nothing about it. I don't know the title. I don't know what we're doing today. And so I'm going to let my friend tell me all about this weird and wild new fictional story, and the listeners and I are potentially going to get to react together for the very first time.
If you haven't read this book, just so you know, there's going to be many, many spoilers. So if you would like to read it and you don't want it spoiled for you, please go and read it first and then come back and listen. If you have read it, get ready to hear a retelling, a dramatic retelling.
See if you also agree that the parts that Marleigh fixates on are the correct parts to fixate on.
Exactly. Without further ado, on today's episode, I'll be summarizing Zomromcom by author Olivia Dade.
I'm so excited.
I got this one from the library.
Yes.
Make sure you check out your local library, folks. The books are free and in fabulous condition.
Yay!
And this is one I wouldn't have known about if I hadn't just seen it sitting there on the shelf of some new and exciting romance books.
I'm so excited just based on the title, Zomromcom.
Yes.
What a fabulous title.
Olivia Dade is so witty, too. The way that she writes, her dialogue and these characters, I'm excited to get into it. Zomromcom is a paranormal romance in which a human named Edie and her vampire neighbor try to prevent the zombie apocalypse. After an outbreak many years ago that tragically led to the death of Edie's parents, the containment zone they live in is suddenly overrun by zombies. Edie and Max team up to investigate a conspiracy that could very well doom them all while they wrestle with their feelings for each other.
It's dystopian. It's the end of the world. It's a zombie outbreak.
This book has everything. Zombies, vampires, ladies, soap.
I love a world with zombies and vampires. Those are two that are often fictionally disparate.
And it's actually the tip of the iceberg because there is more. And I'm going to get into all of it. I'm going to get into it.
Okay.
So before we begin, content index, there is violent score, reference to the death of a parent, and sexual content. For a full list of content information, please visit the author's website. When we first meet Edie, our heroine, she's armed with only a burrito to prevent her idiot neighbor Chad from being eaten by a zombie. But by God, she's going to use it. Fantastic opening, right?
Oh my goodness.
After a failed government experiment to create super soldiers made zombies instead, the world has been dealing with the brain eaters ever since. Chad, her neighbor, obliviously listening to his headphones on his porch, doesn't notice Edie's shouted warning. So she jumps in the zombie's path and kicks it square in the chest, which does fuck all. She then slaps it with her burrito, which again doesn't do much for her, and the zombie mutters something that sounds strangely similar to bonjour.
So are these talking zombies?
A little bit. She expects it's going to kill her, but hopefully Chad will notice it coming and save himself, which was her intention. Before the zombie can eat her, a hero emerges and slices it in half. It's Chad, wearing cloven shoes and a sheepskin thong.
Wait. What? Hold on. I feel like this is immediately going to be one of our longest episodes ever. I can feel it, the spirit of interruption taking over me.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, so Chad, the formerly idiot,
Yes.
now sword wielding, I assume?
Yes, it is a sword.
So did she see him listening to his music obliviously?
She did.
Was he in the thong then?
He was, but she didn't notice right away. She just saw the zombie going for him and was like, I need to prevent this guy from dying.
And he was on his porch?
Yes.
In a thong, and she did not notice.
Apparently not.
Okay. Okay, Edie. Okay. Girl, you're ready to fight with a burrito. She's really laser focused on that zombie, because to miss the man in a thong is a lot to miss.
Again, there's context for this, but she is very invested in preventing anybody that she can from dying by a zombie.
As you should be, because
Yes.
every person that doesn't get turned into a zombie is another non-zombie in this world.
Precisely.
In a post-apocalyptic event, I would be very pro non-zombie. And less zombies at the very least. But also, I can tell you right now, I would be immediately dead because I really notice men in thongs. I have whatever the opposite that Edie has. That's my vision.
Valid. Chad tells Edie that she's a fool, and she's perplexed by her neighbor's abrupt transformation from natty light drinking dumbass into an elegant zombie slaying thong wearer with a mild French accent. Naturally, she assumes that she's dead and he's some kind of reaper, but she's not, and her bethonged savior drags her to his house before another zombie can show up since they travel in packs.
Just love, you fool, come into my home. Excellent.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
Before they can get inside, another zombie appears, and Chad rips its heart out with his bare hand.
This is going great.
It really is. He's a great person to have in a crisis.
Yeah, and
because
talk about starting with an action sequence. Let's dive right in.
I'm hooked immediately.
I already know I like him. Listen, I'm not going to be shy about this.
Was it the zombie slaying or was it the thong, be honest?
It was 100% the thong. Anything, and now he's got an accent too. I mean, it's all pluses. There's no negatives. Everything, including the name Chad. I like it. I'm in.
So after witnessing this, Edie's nah, fuck this, and tries to escape to her house, but Chad won't let her, calling her quote-unquote human, which is to imply that he is something other than.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, are you also a zombie? Because maybe I'm changing teams.
The thong can only go so far. The world is aware of enhanced humans and supernaturals who emerged from hiding after the zombie apocalypse to help the regular humans survive. All Edie can think about is her parents, who died tragically in the first breach when the zombies attacked, all while she hid in the attic because she promised them she would save herself if it ever happened. She was young, too. She was a teenager. So, she just heard what happened, and it's super duper sad. You really feel for her.
Yeah. So she's very alone in her house.
Precisely. All she has is her neighbor, Chad.
Her neighbor, Chad.
Chad gets her to go into a secret hatch that he has in his floor, down to his pitch black basement. Above them, they hear zombies shuffling around in Chad's house, proving that if Edie had tried to run to her own house, she wouldn't have made it in time. So he did completely save her life multiple times by this point.
Yeah.
Zombies have their own stronghold outside of the containment zone, which can't be nuked apparently, so obliterating them is something the government can't actually do.
I feel that if they're as close as it seems to the stronghold, how are you dropping a nuke? There's very few strategic nukes. You get a lot of the people, and as we've discussed, people are important to have in the zombie fight.
Precisely. They reach the bottom of Chad's basement lair, which has a pool of water that could drown any zombies who manage to break in because zombies are too stupid to swim. Edie calls the emergency line to warn them about the break-in, but after telling her, that sounds distressing, the call is disconnected very quickly.
Okay. So they've broken out of containment, and now they're overrunning her whole neighborhood.
Exactly.
And out of curiosity, you said that the zombies are shuffling around. Do we get a sense of how quick these zombies are?
They're fast.
They're fast. God damn it.
I
hate
know.
fast zombies.
They're
fast
the worst.
Zombies suck. Thanks, World War Z, for bringing fast zombies to all of our nightmares.
We hate you.
I'm sure they existed before that, but
in this universe,
not in my dream world.
they're fast and they're strong. They're very stupid, but they're fast and they're strong.
They just can't do the backstroke.
Yes, exactly. They're not going to the Olympics anytime soon.
Fabulous.
They all tore their ACL in high school and they'll never
like,
go pro.
Oh no, my rotator cuff. You're talking to two people who can swim. I have been asked before, which is not a good thing. If anybody has ever asked you while in a body of water, hey, you cool? You can swim, right? It doesn't make you feel good about your swimming abilities.
It's such a niche insult, too, to just be like,
wait, you
swim,
tell
right?
me if you couldn't swim, right? I got asked twice on a river rafting trip, and I've never gotten over it.
You look like someone who doesn't know how to swim.
And wouldn't tell people that. I also look like a non-swimming liar. That being said, I do know how to swim, so we really know what we're talking about over here.
Swimming experts for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm more float. I'm very buoyant, I feel like. So I could be used as a flotation device in an emergency in case you can't swim.
We should exclusively go on these kind of trips together. We should spread the worry around.
We really should. I mean,
Yeah.
technically, we were supposed to go to the ocean the last time that we visited my family in Japan, but my brother had to be dying of strep throat or whatever, fucking loser. So we couldn't go on our beach trip anymore.
We didn't get to make people in other countries concerned about our swimming.
Yes. God, fuck you, Joe. Thanks for ruining the vacation. He's not listening.
Joe, please don't listen to this.
For the love of God.
Actively turn it off. Turn it off right now. It's not going to get better. We're going to insult you a lot. Specifically, I don't know why, but this is the episode.
I'm just in a mood to rag on my brother today. Chad's lair is modern, large, and well constructed. He admits to Edie that he had it built at night when she was sleeping and left the demolitions that would have alerted her for whenever she left home. Bro Chad was an alias he constructed to avoid her suspicion and also to fuck with her because he thought it was funny.
Great. So this lair was built before the zombies came around or after?
It was after the first breach. So
After the first breach.
yeah.
She's still going out? She's still going on trips? Or is
Yeah,
it like
'cause
a
the
scavenging hunt?
The containment zone is the society is still functioning within the containment zone.
Okay.
So the reason that she was out and away from home later than usual is because she was shipping out orders at the post office because she runs a handmade soap business.
I have never, in my wildest daydreams, thought of what I would do in the post-apocalypse if there was still, like, even a modicum of functioning business.
Mm-hmm.
Soap business sounds fantastic.
It's so cool. So you can tell that Olivia Dade did a lot of research into soap making because she spends a good deal of time explaining all the different elements that go into it and like the different.
That's such a fun, what's your job in the commune kind of job.
Precisely.
I love it. And
Yeah.
people need soap. And also, yes, you can make it in your house. I've seen videos. I've never done it, but there's those people who do it.
Yeah.
And they do it well.
And we love them. So the reason that Chad, quote unquote, was on his porch thonging out is because he didn't think that Edie was out and about and he was just doing his thing and didn't know that she was going to show up.
Yeah, fuck all the other neighbors. And this is
They're
exclusively about Edie.
Yeah, well, and basically there aren't really many neighbors in their neighborhood. It's kind of just the two of them. And there are other neighborhoods that people live in around there, but in their particular block, they're the only two people
Yeah,
who
they're
live
like
there.
the leftovers on this entire street because a lot of people are gone.
Yeah, not Chad's pretty pissed at her for trying to save him, even though he totally doesn't care about her at all. And it's now that Edie notices the lack of sirens and calls that containment zone emergency line again to no avail. It just rings and doesn't go through.
The world is falling apart. We've gone from breaking containment to now the phones aren't even being answered. Things are moving quickly.
Exactly. She's wondering if the zombies, who we learn in her musings, were created to kill werewolves, took out the lone cell tower in the containment zone, and that's why nothing's getting through. But all of it is very sus, especially when the internet goes down all of a sudden.
The internet going down that's the end of civilization. I'm pretty sure. That's it. It's over for us.
Truly. What am I going to do without TikTok?
We'd be done. That's the day. Earmarked it. Zombies, we can deal with. No internet? Nah,
No.
dog.
We learn that the first breach was caused by militants blowing holes in the walls of the containment zone and letting the zombies through, which led to the death of Edie's parents and many other people that lived in the zone. The residents, including humans, shifters, vampires, and trolls, who could be killed by zombies, plus demons, elves, and the fae, who cannot, all left the zone behind, and now it mainly houses criminals and people too poor or sentimental to leave.
Okay. She stayed behind. She has memories. Not Chad. He stayed behind for reasons yet to be.
He actually moved into the neighborhood after the breach happened. So he moved in a
Oh.
couple of years ago. He's only been living there for a few years.
He's like, listen, I have a sword and it needs to be swung. So
He's got his sword and his
I'm
thong.
packing an entire trunk full of thongs for every occasion. I got my glitter ones. I got my itsy bitsy yellow polka dot bikinis. We're good. We're ready to go. Let's go. I would also assume any gore, viscera, blood, it washes off better the less clothes you're wearing. I mean,
That's very true.
I may be a Chad defender here, but I feel like I'm justified. I'm just into his thought process.
You're a big fan of how he processes information and how he acts upon it.
Yeah. He's got an underground swimming pool. What's not to love?
What could be better?
This guy is the whole package. That's air quotes.
Not Chad tells Edie that she can stay with him until they get the all clear from the government. She can't really borrow clothes from him due to their very different body types, so Edie strips off her zombie gut splattered coveralls in front of him and makes a joke about gravity at the age of 38 when she notices him looking. Oh, wow, you're an older woman.
Like,
oh, no.
No, you're fine, girl. You're fine.
And that's actually one of the things that I really enjoyed about this book was that Edie is a plus-size woman who basically doesn't say or think anything negative about her body. She's really just neutral towards it, which I feel is rare and something that this author does super duper well.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she's very curvy. She isn't one of those women who has really big breasts or really big butt. She feels like she kind of carries a lot of weight in her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
But other than this sort of offhanded joke about gravity, you don't get any other negative self-talk from her about her body.
I always like a character that is self-accepting, and we love to see it. I like an older heroine. This is fun.
Yeah, I loved that she was 38.
I
like,
love
this is
that she's
awesome.
38. This is in a couple of years when the zombie apocalypse happens. We can star in this in our mind.
In our very own Zomromcom.
Yeah.
Edie peeks into his fridge seeking pomegranate juice because that's her favorite and finds rows and rows of blood bags instead because not Chad is a vampire.
I think it's great that she likes pomegranate juice, the only drink that could be mistaken for blood.
That's a very good point. It's a very good point.
Like, legitimately. Also, I don't know who else in the entire world who is opening a fridge expecting there to be pomegranate juice in someone else's house.
You know, she's got her preferences, and in her mind, it's only logical that other people would have this delicious beverage.
It is great. It's the hardest fruit to juice.
It's a very good point.
Is it a fruit? Is it a berry? Because it's like a giant seed that you open up. Anyway, this is way off topic. Please, somebody educate me we're going to have somebody who's like, I've studied my whole life the pomegranate. It's actually a legume.
And you're an ignorant bitch.
Fucking losers. You don't know. It's actually a nut.
I actually recently juiced a bunch of key limes by hand for the key lime cheesecake that I made.
Oh my.
I went through like an entire bag of key limes, and they don't produce a lot of juice. You need a ton of them to get as much as you need.
Oh.
So for pomegranates, I can only imagine.
I assume you have to drag in barrels of pomegranates and then destroy your entire life trying to get each of those individual seeds out.
Yeah.
Growing up, I had a person who was down the street from me that had pomegranate trees, and they would just let these fruits, I'm going to keep calling them fruits, hoping that I'm right, fall off and rot on the ground. And I was always so confused. These are the best things. Why do you just let them fall? And so I went and picked a bunch of them one time and then tried to get these pomegranate seeds out. And oh, no, I get it now. Oh, no, I get it why you're just like, fuck these things.
So seeing the blood bags understandably makes Edie panic a little bit, but he tells her that he has plenty of blood bags and if he wanted her dead, she'd be dead. Vampires are born, not made in this world, and are so rare that Edie's never met one before him.
The zombies came about because they were genetically engineered to fight the werewolves.
Exactly.
So people found out about werewolves, flipped their shit, and then decided to create zombies, and then found out everybody else was around afterwards, the fairies, the elves.
That's exactly how it happened. They wanted to make an army of super soldiers to fight the werewolves after a feral werewolf killed somebody, and all of a sudden the world knew about it, and scientists did all kinds of whack shit trying to create this army, and wound up making a pack of violent brain-eating idiots who couldn't climb or swim but kill very efficiently.
They can't climb either?
Yeah.
So you could go up a tree or in a lake. Nice. Well, we have options now.
Not Chad goes on to explain that vampires can confuse human memories and therefore didn't always need to kill their food source, unlike zombies. Vampires tend to be solitary and don't play well with others, hence his relative isolation from his kind and from pretty much everybody else.
Both of them are kind of lonely in this world. I mean, not kind of. Very obviously lonely in this world.
Very much so, and it makes them kindred spirits, I think.
Yeah.
Edie asks how he has access to the things that he's referencing, which is secret footage of the zombies invading the compound. And he says he almost worked with Cirque, the Supernatural and Enhanced Ruling Council, but chose not to for reasons that he does not disclose. The Cirque is shakily allied with the human government to deal with the zombies. So exactly what you were saying before.
Right.
The world found out about supernaturals as a result of the zombie outbreak because supernaturals pitched in to help defeat the zombies.
Yeah, they're like, oh, crap. And a lot of these supernaturals, that's their food source. So if the world runs out of humans and only has zombies, that's a bad time for not Chad.
Precisely.
And I'm assuming a lot of the other types of supernaturals would also be drastically affected if their food source, friend source, I don't know, fuck source. I don't know what they're doing with humans. But,
all of the different things.
but if
that
they've
one
been
will do.
hiding amongst humans this whole time, I assume a larger portion of the populace is human than any of these other supernatural groups.
You kind of do get the sense that humans tend to outnumber, and there's also enhanced humans, which they don't explain how enhanced humans came about, but you assume it's the same thing as with vampires where they're born that way.
Gotcha.
And we'll meet some enhanced humans later on in the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm imagining in my head humans who do magic. But
You-
let's see if we get some cyborgs too. Let's go. Let's pop off.
Ooh, that would be cool. Despite their dangers, he tells her that the government still hopes to create some kind of genetic tweak to make the zombies useful as super soldiers one day, which conflicts with the public-facing explanation that they can't destroy the zombie compound without potentially killing everybody else in the process. But wouldn't that hurt everybody? And not Chad's like, oh, you really believed that shit? The government lying?
Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. But my profits, return on investment in this world, capitalism kills us all.
Truly.
Which is
It's quite a metaphor.
yeah, I'm like, that's not terribly far-fetched. Anyway.
It's pretty realistic. So finally, he admits to Edie that his real name is Gaston, but he goes by Max.
Oh my gosh. I'm living for the fact that his name is Gaston. Okay, this is going to be a digression. How old is he?
We actually never find out, but he's pretty old.
So, if this is in a far-off, distant future, there's a world where he's named after a Disney VHS. If it's like the year 3000, I'm digging this. I'm making this headcanon, even if it's not.
It's technically not, but you are allowed to write fan fiction about this fiction where he is named after Gaston and Disney, and of all the characters to be named after too.
Right? He also showed up in a thong. We're fixing Gaston as a character.
As expected, she immediately launches into no one bites like Gaston, no one fights like Gaston, and he tries really hard not to find it funny.
I am dead. I am deceased. I am one of the zombies. Bring me back to life. This is amazing. This makes me so happy.
It's one of the things that's worth reading this book for anybody who hasn't read it, because the amount of jokes that she manages to squeeze in there about him being Gaston from Beauty and the Beast is great.
Incredible. Flawless. No notes. This is...
So Edie uses his shower and subsequently goes through his stuff to find out that he has a ton of makeup and skincare products. Max...
Edie is the most relatable heroine we've ever had. I am sorry. She makes the best decisions exclusively.
100%.
I mean, she didn't notice a man in a thong, which had me questioning for a second, but she immediately starts rifling through his cabinets and looking at all of his shit. And she's singing Disney songs at him. Excellent choices, Edie. One of the people.
We ride for Edie.
Yes, we ride at dawn.
Max, using his Cirque connections, emails her a bunch of information about the zombies, and she learns that they don't age, they can infect humans through bite, and will sometimes eat their own offspring if food is scarce. So they kind of cannibalize their own kind.
The zombies do?
The zombies.
They just cannibalize other zombies. not the-
Exactly.
but their own offspring?
Yeah,
Is
like
offspring
zombies that they
meaning that they turned.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes more sense. I was like, do we have zombie babies? Oh my god, that's
No, unless I misread it, I don't think so.
yeah. It's more of a you sired me.
Exactly,
kind of-
not like zombies fucking.
is the technical term for in case you were wondering.
I'm so horny.
No.
Bonjour.
No, I have so many bad jokes. We'll cut them. Hold still or else my dick will fall off. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Please leave that in.
No, maybe. It's gross. Maybe other people like dark humor too.
I feel like if they're listening to this podcast, they will.
Yeah, when we go left, we make a hard left into the questionable humor zone.
You have no idea how high I can fly. They can also be killed by decapitation, heart removal, or drowning. And they also inexplicably sometimes speak French.
All of them
Yes.
inexplicably sometimes speak French. Interesting.
We will find out more about this later.
I love the idea of, hey, we're going to fuck with your DNA enough to make you speak French. Arguably kind of a hard language. You're going to get the and you're going to get a sound. We're going to let you roll your R's.
Escargot.
Escar. I took French in high school and a little bit in college and still successfully never learned how to roll my R's. But I do remember sitting in class. We would spend unbelievable chunks of time just sitting there going, trying to get the R in the back of our throat, like, and our professor, Madame, would come around and getting real close to our gurgling mouths. I'm just imagining an entire classroom of zombies, and she would have never noticed as we're Mon cher
Croissant.
yeah,
This has been French with Tess and Marleigh.
yeah, we're excellent at it.
We're just getting started.
We're great swimmers. We're multilingual. This is top drawer for most educated podcasts.
You guys are going to learn so much here.
We're not shaving IQ points left and right over here at all. No,
This
no.
isn't pure brain rot in podcast form.
Yeah.
Max comes to check on her in the living room, even though he, again, totally doesn't care about her at all, and tells her that she can take the bed because he wants her to sleep well, because it'll be, like, annoying to him if she doesn't sleep well or whatever.
Yeah, totally. Does he sleep?
He does.
Being a vampire?
He
Okay.
does. Yeah, he does sleep. She notices that he has a scratch on his shoulder that's healing rapidly due to his vampiric nature, but she still kisses her finger and touches it to the injury to make it better.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
There's a moment of romantic and sexual tension there, but they both quickly move away from each other, and Edie asks him why he trusted her enough to tell her so much about the vampires and the zombie outbreak. And he tells her she's trustworthy because she tried to save him, even though she endangered herself in the process.
Yes, absolutely. Also, she is the coolest person that's ever been cool.
She's so dope, it's unreal.
Edie's incredible. I'd bare my soul immediately to Edie.
Edie goes to bed, and the next morning, she and Max argue about what to do next. He wants to stay put in his lair, and Edie wants to go out and try to warn other people about the breach. The alarm still has yet to sound, and she's worried that something is wrong.
Something is clearly very wrong, and Edie's a masterclass, so she's going to save the day.
Max argues that people don't care about other people generally, and that she shouldn't risk her life trying to help anyone. Edie disagrees and thanks him for looking after her, but goes to leave. Before she can, he admits that in the past year he's intercepted 2 attempted intruders to her home and decides that he'd like to come with her.
2 intruders of the zombie variety or the other
Nope.
variety?
The other variety, just criminals casing the neighborhood.
Where do people find the time? I mean, of all the things I would be doing, I feel like you have many an empty house. Somebody's got it out for Edie.
Yeah, in theory.
I'm glad Gaston is coming.
At least he's there to save her from the beast.
I'm also retconning Gaston back in there.
As you should.
Just because it's funny, but we'll switch to using his middle name, Max.
Edie doesn't force him to explain why, and they get ready to leave. She finds out that he's laundered her coveralls and cleaned her shoes for her, which is adorable. She asks if he has any armor to protect her neck, more in an effort to get him to admit how old he is than anything. He tells her that he's immortal, but not super old. But he does know what a gorget is, so there's that.
Wow. You knew its biblical name.
Yes. And he also owns
He's
a
like-
massive sword.
He's like, oh, hold on, my closet full of bracers and gorgets. I can't.
Max also admits to having an elevator, but that they might not have made it last night if they tried to use it instead of the ladder to get down because it has the hatch and everything.
They just did a fireman's. You know how people go fast down ladders? That
Oh, yes. Yes.
with the feet on the outside.
Right.
That's what
yeah.
I'm imagining.
Yeah, that's how I
I
break
don't-
my spine. I personally,
I literally don't have the words to describe what that is called when you do the other ladder maneuver.
because I thought you were talking about a fireman carry, and I was, no, that definitely didn't happen. But no, I know what you're talking about.
It's like spread eagling it. Somebody's done this on a ladder. I've seen it.
Write to us in the comments if you've done this on a ladder
What's
before.
the name of that Olympic sport?
They have to squeeze into the elevator together, front to front, which is totally not fraught with sexual tension at all.
Imagine an elevator so small. I'd be so claustrophobic that you're like, I have to be front to front.
Yeah, and he's a lot taller than her too, so she's like basically nose to chest with him,
Yeah,
right?
she's just like, hello, clavicle.
They leave the house and are immediately attacked by two zombies. Edie handles this by blasting Cardi B on her phone, which distracts the zombies enough to be murdered by Max.
Fun. She's got so many ways.
So many tricks up her sleeve.
I will use a sword and decapitate. And she's, bitch, you can't do this with burritos and music. She was trained in a sorority house of life. She's like, I can defeat a lot of people with food and music.
They run to her house where she gathers up some toiletries and non-perishables and some extra clothing. Max wanders into her garage where she operates her soap-making business. He asks her which photo editing software she uses, which is kind of weird to her, but she did see a ring light in his lair, which makes her wonder what he gets up to on his own.
He's out there with his skincare routine and his ring light. Is he making... I mean, with the internet down, he can't make his beauty tutorial videos.
Exactly.
Sad day for Max Gaston Chad. He's gone there. How far are we into this book? We're barely started, and he's had 3 names. I love it.
It's the true mystery of the story is which one will he come out with next.
Yes, I love it. Every iteration of him, I'm here for. I love both of these characters so much, so quickly.
I know. They're really fun.
I'm shocked by how much I like them so quickly.
Edie thinks back to when she first met quote-unquote Chad, now Max, and she brought over some brownies to her new neighbor thinking they might be friends, but he crushed a beer can on his head and returned her pan to the doorstep unwashed, so she'd written him off as kind of a useless stoner.
Oh my god. He is fucking with her so bad. He was like, I'm gonna call myself Chad and I'm gonna do all the Chad stuff. Amazing.
He does actually remember details about their first conversation and her business, which she developed by taking online classes instead of going off to college after her parents died. She still doesn't mention the death of her parents to him, though. This is all kind of internal.
Yeah.
They hop in his car and pass her parents' old arts and crafts store, and when she points it out to him, the light catches Max in a way that makes her realize that he is an online influencer of a channel called Better Than You Beauty and Fashion.
Oh my god, I was right.
You were totally right.
Oh my god. This episode, I am psychic. Welcome to my clairvoyant episode. I'm sure this is the only one.
I have faith in you.
I can't believe it. It just goes to show this author has some great foreshadowing.
Truly. And the cosmetics and filters and hair products he used to make her not recognize him at first, but he's been modeling makeup and fashion online for quite some time.
I didn't think I could love him more.
It's truly amazing. I wish that there was a way to see him in one of these videos that they describe doing his makeup and his fashion stuff, because it's just, it sounds amazing.
Love the idea of him matching eyeshadow and thongs. This is incredible.
If your eyeshadow doesn't match your thong, is it even worth going outside?
What else should you be doing in the zombie apocalypse? and I say this honestly with my full chest, at the end of the world, pick your dream job for sure. Also, I love that it's called Better Than You. Like,
it's so cunty of him. Like, I love it.
It's vain and yet also very, let's be upfront, I'm better than you. Banish your crepe skin with these few simple tricks. Doctors hate it when you drink blood.
He also is not talking during any of these videos. It's just him being in front of the camera.
Silent version?
Exactly. No talking.
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
Yes.
Somebody should make this. If this channel actually already exists in any way, shape, or form, send me the link.
Tell us about it, because that sounds amazing.
I've watched a lot of beauty tubers. I can't do any makeup to save my life. Marleigh is like a wizard with a wingtip. Let me tell you.
I've been practicing since I was 12.
She's studied the way of the eyeliner blade.
Yeah, while you were learning to swim, I studied the blade.
One of us came out on top with their skill set, and I can tell you right now it wasn't me. But I do appreciate the absolute magic that people can do.
The artistry of it is incredible.
Some
I love
person
it.
pulls out a contour stick. The cosplayers too.
Oh my God, yes.
Change your whole face shape.
Yes.
It's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to absolutely comment on someone's silent beauty tube video. Are you secretly a vampire? Hashtag Zomromcom.
Spread the word.
Zero context.
Context is not needed. Edie is friends with a pair of influencers named Brad and Tanya who attempt things demonstrated by other influencers. Kind of like if you guys have ever heard of the Try Guys.
Try Guys, yeah.
It's kind of like that. And have tried recreating Max's looks for content. Max knows of them and is surprised to hear that Edie is friends with them. He admits to having injured himself while wearing a macrame thong. And while Edie is laughing at the thought of this, they screech to a halt in front of the gate between zones A and B, which is, against all logic, wide open, despite the overrides that should be in place to prevent that from happening.
Oh, no.
It's then that they realize that this must have been a planned sabotage, which explains why the government hasn't sounded the alarm.
Yeah, they're just running rampant. Also, I am gonna interrupt and backtrack.
Macrame thong.
Yeah, injury with a macrame thong. Is this a case of, I'm going to use the horrible word, testicular torsion? Like what? Something?
Kind of, yeah. He
like
got his balls.
It's
like he got his balls caught in a hammock. It's happened to the best of us.
And he's just telling her this?
Yes.
Does she have some kind of secret superpower that just draws the most embarrassing information out of him? He was musing earlier like, wow, I'm telling her a lot of stuff. I feel like that's one I would possibly take to my grave.
And she does make another no
one's balls snap like Gaston. Hit
Injured.
the rack like Gaston. No one's balls swing forward and back like Gaston. Anyway.
Incredible.
This author should contact me in case they're looking for new lyrics.
I was going to say, if they need more, they should reach out to you.
I'm available most days.
They sequester themselves behind some dumpsters so Edie can eat something canned for breakfast, and Max suggests they return to his lair to hunker down, but Edie refuses, more determined than ever to do something since the gates are down and there's obviously something wrong.
Like, okay, we found out a horrible planned sabotage, and zombies are running amok, probably killing and harming a lot of people.
Yeah.
Anyway, supper time, snacksies, lunch break. Like, no, we gotta do something.
I mean, but she's hungry and you need fuel.
We get it, but I like the let's go do something.
Yes, 100%. So with this in mind, they decide to drive across the bridge, but while they're crossing it, they get surrounded by zombies and they're beating on the sides of the car. And Max has a car that has bulletproof glass and stuff like that, so they're not getting through it, but they are damaging the car.
They're just brute forcing it.
Precisely. They agree that their best option is to jump into the moat, and Max emphasizes that Edie should not try to save him, to protect herself and look after herself, because he's a super strong vampire and she's just a weak little human.
Is he wearing clothes now?
He is.
In my head, he's never been wearing clothes.
He's just in a thong all the time.
Yeah.
And so Edie kisses Max on the cheek, and he calls her Sweet Edie, and I'm kicking my feet because it's so cute.
Oh my gosh, you even shorten it more. It's like, sweetie.
Yes! I love that.
I can't. These characters are adorable.
They really are.
I'm squeeing. I
just-
haven't squeed in a minute. I'm in the wrong position to kick my feet. I should turn over. Just have the podcast with you facing my ass as you talk.
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to podcast.
I thought you were going to say read, and I was actually.
It is the correct position to read in.
Yeah, you have to be able to kick your feet sometimes.
Edie jumps into the moat as planned, but instead of following suit, Max starts slashing zombies with his sword. So he did not do what he said he was going to do. The zombies start sinking and drowning around her as Edie swims to the surface to find Max gone. So she dives down to go looking for him in the water.
Yeah, don't listen to him. He needs saving.
He's floating at the bottom with his backpack of blood bags completely shredded, but decidedly not dead. And he opens his eyes and drags her to the surface where she horks up water while he yells at her for trying to save him again.
Yeah, well, you're the only other person that's with her, and you're helping keep her alive.
Exactly. She's
Like,
gonna
it's
have
worth a minute to check the water to see if he's around.
She's gonna have a vested interest in your survival, man.
Yeah.
Finally, they kiss for the first time, and Max admits after that he didn't think she'd care if he lived, which is super sad and very French of him.
Marleigh.
I did not think that you would care about me,
I
about
didn't-
Gaston.
Is uncaring of love a French stereotype that has never before been seen? I thought it was all the exact opposite.
I feel like the French are very aloof, you know? And it's like
Yeah.
it's very sexy of them, like in general, you know. But I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who took
It's
French. I
his-
didn't.
I took French. I didn't take French man.
And that is a detriment to us all.
Yeah, that's true. I love the mental image I have now of all Frenchmen being, you don't care if I live or die. That is what makes me sexy. My French accent is, anytime I hit a Z, it's going to slowly drift into another language. The French, yes, they sound like that, kind of. I will turn Swedish in about 10 seconds if I try to keep that up.
I can do a decent Russian accent and a decent German one because we had German exchange students.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had to bake cookies for the class for some kind of cultural thing that we did. And I approached one of the German exchange students and was, would you like a cookie? And he was like, I will take it because it's in the shape of a heart. I miss him every day.
I would be thinking about that individual. I'm just going to assume his name is Hans.
Probably. I honestly, I
I
wish
hope you're doing well, Hans.
I do too. I wish I could remember his name, actually. He was really funny. Edie wants to keep going, but she's freezing from the moat water, and Max insists on taking her to the nearest shelter, which is an abandoned mall in Zone B. Abandoned buildings in the containment zone are rife with criminal activity, but she'll die of frostbite if they don't get her warm, so they don't really have much choice.
Again, dude, what are people spending their time doing during the apocalypse? It seems exclusively have your dream job, and several people's dream jobs is just crime. Like, she's soap making, he's beauty influencing, and other people, we're going to rob gumball machines in the abandoned mall. Like, dream bigger, folks, is all I'm saying.
Wise words. They get inside and hole up in the pottery barn, where there's a couch that's exactly the same as the one that Edie used to have at home before it got ruined by the invasion. So she's kind of nostalgic about this couch. Max strips off her wet clothes and swaddles her in some tablecloths to dry her off, which makes them horny as hell. So Max gets Edie off
Fuck
with...
me on this couch of memories.
It makes me think of my parents.
Oh. This is the dark humor episode. Quick, make fun of Joe.
Fucking creepy tall bitch. Get down from there. I have so many people in my family. Like, I'm on the tall side. I'm about 5'9", and a lot of people find tall men very attractive. We know this. It's in every book, every trope, etc., etc. I have men in my family who are creepy tall. Tall word, that's weird. I have a cousin
Yeah.
who's like 7 feet tall.
Mm.
Just Norse giants through and through.
Yeah.
And my brother is like 6'4", 6'5", and he also lives in Japan, so he's extra tall amongst
Yeah.
the populace there. And yeah, it's weird as fuck. So
You kind of take it or leave it on the height difference trope.
I really don't care personally.
Yeah. It just
Um,
goes to show, Marleigh, you just don't want to fuck your cousin. And I mean, that's fine for you, I guess.
A taller man is lovely and wonderful. It's just not one of the things that I care about or really
it's
look
not
for in a
it's
guy.
not the most important thing on your list. And
No.
again, you not wanting to fuck your cousin, it just sounds like a you problem. I get it. Oh no, my cousin's 7 foot tall. I couldn't possibly fuck him. But anyway, when we get to the taboo romances, eventually, we'll see if we revisit this. No,
I
I'm just
really
kidding.
can't wait. I cannot wait. I mean, personally, what matters to me more is if a man is a cat person.
We all know the rule. Show Marleigh your pussy, and she will show you her pussy. It's a tit for cat kind of situation.
I hate you.
I am so proud of that one. That one just came to me. If the Gaston song didn't get me contacted by this author, I feel like tit for cat should.
It really should. Honestly, somebody put that on a t-shirt.
Yes.
So, because they're horny, Max gets Edie off with a good old-fashioned finger bang.
We love... do you seek these books out?
I
Or
don't.
do
It's a
they
pattern.
just come to you?
They come to me. There's a lot of books, and we love a man who's talented with his hands.
I mean, yes. One of the most inappropriately horny... Story time. One of the most inappropriately...
We've digressed so much during this episode.
This episode is so long.
We're not even halfway through.
No, I'm so sorry. But I saw a shadow puppet show.
Okay.
I've never seen fingers make these shapes before. And I don't know why.
I feel like you experience a lot of limb attraction. This is into another story time. When Tess and I were in Japan, there were these two guys who, they were ridiculously fucking attractive Japanese men with gorgeous, sexy arms. And to make mochi, you have to beat it with a mallet.
Yeah,
and
they
so
were
they're
mochi pounders.
and we stopped dead in our tracks, and Tess just goes, "Fuck me with your arms." And I fucking died laughing. I had to cover my mouth because I didn't want to be scream laughing in front of all of these people. And so now we know it's fingers and arms for you.
I've never been accused of having a limb attraction before.
I'm
But
just saying, if I had a nickel for every time, I'd have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah, I guess. You know, everybody's got their thing. Apparently, I have a thing for people having more than one limb.
List of qualifications must have at least 1 limb.
At least one limb. Sometimes if you're... no, I'm not going to continue that sentence.
Let's move on.
Yeah, we desperately need to.
So, after all of that climaxing, Edie needs some rest, but tries to convince Max to let her get him off. And he gives her the, "We'll do that somewhere I don't have to be quiet."
In his slight French accent.
In his slight friend.
That
We'll do
sounds-
that somewhere we don't have to be quiet. I'm sorry.
I'm like,
They settle in on the couch for a nap. Also, Max named his penis Mabite.
we have another name.
We do.
My bite.
Max strips his clothes off, and Edie notices that he's hairless below the neck, which is evidently a vampire thing.
I like that.
Yeah, you do.
We like a beauty influencer who also waxes. Hairless entirely below the neck.
Yep.
Entirely.
Yep.
Yeah, including my bite.
Mm-hmm. My bite is my bald.
We. Hey, he's a good swimmer.
Unlike the zombies. Good for him.
Exactly. Nothing catching on that water there. It's great. He's smooth.
Neither of them can sleep, so Max mentions that he noticed Edie doesn't have a, quote, soul mark, something a person can only have if they have a mate of their own species. Presumably, your soul mark would match the soul mark on your mate. Edie admits she's not sure if she'd ever manage to find someone willing to live in the containment zone with her anyway, even if she did have some kind of mate.
Okay, this is a soul mark identifying universe.
Yes.
So all of the humans have a soulmate mark?
In theory, not everybody does. A lot of people do, but not everybody does.
Yeah. In this world, you would have it since birth, or
Yes,
okay.
you would be born with it.
And you would only have it if it was your same species.
Yes.
Okay. So any cross species, you just wouldn't have a soul mark at all.
Exactly.
Okay. I love worlds with soulmate identifying marks.
I think it's a really fun and unique twist on the fated mates thing to have that aspect of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them when they look different, when they show up when you touch somebody, when you're born with them, when it's words or when it's designs. I love all of the different iterations of this universe.
Like Tenacious D.
I'm just a big fan of that, and this book has so many different things included in it.
It's very rich world building. A lot of and it manages to be light reading with a lot of good world building.
Yeah, the pacing seems great.
Yeah.
Like, our pacing's not, but the pacing on this book is fantastic. We're slowing it down.
Yeah, we are,
But,
significantly.
But that's how we enjoy our things. We're just chewing on all the stuff we enjoy. Yum, 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 yum.
Edie asks Max if there's a vampire equivalent, and he tells her there isn't, and that vampires mainly only care about their families, if anyone else at all, but that they'll kill and die for the people that they love. A
Yeah.
vampire with nobody that they care for can become detached and a danger to those around them and themselves, kind of like a vampire depression.
If you're immortal and you don't care about anybody,
Bad combination.
mortal and not caring about anybody goes pretty sideways pretty quick, so...
Yep. She asks if he's ever had anybody special to him before, and he says only once, and that it was a mistake. Our Max is heartbroken. He's had some trauma.
Max has been burned.
Literally. Your clairvoyance is amazing this episode.
It's only puns.
Edie is glad that she's quote-unquote not one of Max's exceptions because she doesn't think that he cares for her despite all of the evidence to the contrary. But I think it's mainly a defense mechanism because she can't stand the thought of anybody else dying for her after her parents.
She's a little traumatized.
They finally fall asleep, and Edie has a nightmare about the night her parents were killed by the zombies when she's woken by Max, who calls her ma puce, which apparently means flea in French. And I think that's how it's pronounced.
We didn't cover that in my French class.
I'm pretty sure
I've
it's pronounced that
never
way.
asked what flea is. Also, of course she has a nightmare. She's sleeping on the memories couch. I have nightmares when I'm in a different hotel room bed. So if you're sleeping on the sexy death couch, yeah, we could have seen that one coming.
Pretty upsetting.
Poor girl.
As she's calming down from her nightmare, the duo are interrupted by bandits who squat in the mall to do crime.
They're out there robbing those gumball machines.
They're led by a woman named Belinda, which slay queen, and one of her goons named Doug tells Edie and Max that they're counterfeiters.
Again, I guess find your dreams in the apocalypse.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Edie admits that she's a soap maker while Max aggressively tries to tell her to shut the fuck up. And Belinda realizes she recognizes both of them from the internet because she watches Brad and Tanya's channel too.
Okay, so they seem like easy marks.
Exactly. Not now knowing that they could easily hunt down and murder Max and Edie because they have their identities, the gang kind of relaxes and offers to show them around their counterfeiting business that they run out of the Sharper Image.
Fabulous. Hold on, let me give you the tour.
Doug is really excited to educate them about the artistry of Colombian counterfeiting, and Edie's excited not to die, so they go along with it.
Colombian counterfeiting?
Uh-huh.
Is it just like trade secrets brought to
Yeah.
you from traditional counterfeiting?
I didn't know that there were different styles until
Yeah,
this
it's like,
book,
oh, no,
so.
we specifically only use the Colombian method. I know a lot of people were trained in Canadian counterfeiting, but
Yeah. But again, this author really did her research.
Max only knows French counterfeiting, so it's coin-based.
And he does not need it because he is rich.
No, my gourgette.
Before they know it, it's nightfall, and traveling at night with zombies on the loose is suicide, so unfortunately Max and Edie will be staying the night at the mall.
These are the fast zombies, so...
They make a deal with the gang that they can stay in Pottery Barn and use their shower, and Edie gets a set of measuring spoons from William Sonoma that she's been eyeing, and Max is going to teach Belinda how to do a red smoky eye.
Fabulous. I like everybody. Again,
It's
I like
great.
even the thieves. The counterfeiters, I suppose they're not thieves.
The bandits.
They are producing.
Yeah.
They are creating something in this world.
After having dinner with the gang, they get cleaned up and lock themselves in the pottery barn for bed. Max has a raging hard-on, but tells her not to worry about it and asks her to explain what her nightmare was about.
All of my blood is located somewhere else. That's not a problem for a vampire. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's like, just kill my boner right now and tell me about your nightmare.
Yeah, tell me something scary, quick.
Edie admits to him that her parents were killed in the first breach and that they died saving her. In return, Max tells Edie about how he lost his parents. He mentions that the Fae aren't immortal, but seem that way because they can feed on the lifespans of humans, and nobody really knows how. He was 11 when he and his parents were walking home and saw two of the Fae draining the life out of a human. His parents intervened, and the Fae killed them. Centuries later, Max hunted them down.
Both of them have Batman backstories.
They really do. Centuries later, Max hunted them down and got his revenge, but you definitely get the sense that he still isn't fully over it.
He's had a minute to stew on it.
They finally fall asleep, and the next morning, Max is lambasting Edie for not subscribing to his fashion channel. Because she has downloaded some of the videos, but she didn't subscribe.
She didn't like and subscribe?
She didn't.
Gosh darn, you uncultured bitch.
And she's, well, like, makeup and fashion isn't really my thing. And he's like, but I'm hot.
That's it.
That's all that's needed. Edie asks him why Max does this fashion channel stuff, even though he claims to want to be left alone, believing that in his heart of hearts, he probably does long for some kind of connection. And all he tells her is that he likes making humans look like idiots trying to recreate his high fashion looks. See macrame thong.
He's such a dick. Oh my gosh, but like a dick in the silliest way. We love a silly dick.
Exclusively silly dicks. Edie decides not to press and says that they should leave soon and asks what he'll do for food now that all of his blood bags are at the bottom of the moat. He tells her that vampires don't need to eat every day but will go feral if they go for too long without blood, and that he can make a bite feel good, painful, or completely numb.
I like that those are the options. Would you like good? Painful? Who's using painful?
I mean, I think that's probably him being fuck you or, you know.
Yeah, I guess there's an art form to anything if you try.
She offers him her blood, which he enthusiastically accepts, making her feel ecstasy through his bite, and he's got a ragin' chubby too. Then they get each other off with hand stuff before preparing to leave the mall.
Fabulous. Okay, so now it's reciprocal.
Exactly. They're still perplexed that the alarm hasn't sounded, which solidifies their belief that this breach happened through some kind of sabotage. They say goodbye to the counterfeiting mall gang, who sends them off with a bag of cinnamon rolls for Edie.
Aw, sweet. The friends were the criminals we met along the way. Something. They feel very found family at this point.
Yeah, they're sweet. They're fun.
I hope good things happen to the counterfeiters. I didn't know that was going to be the feeling, but I like it.
Yes, me too. They drive off for Zone C, but Edie yells at Max to stop the car and jumps out of it when she sees a group of tween girls standing in the forest because she has to warn them about the zombie outbreak. They're dressed in uniforms of girl explorers, aka this world's version of Girl Scouts, and they are shockingly chill about the fact that there are zombies on the loose.
I don't like this. I don't like girls in matching outfits in the woods. I don't know. That seems sus to me.
The leader of the group introduces herself as Riley and says that, like Edie, they've been trying to get word out about the breach. Riley can immediately tell that Max is a vampire, which shocks them both, and again, the girl explorers are very blasé about this.
What are you getting your badge in? Oh, we're getting our badge in cutting off heads today.
Sick. Riley explains that her neighbor is a witch who has a theory that demons might be behind the breach. Edie thanks her for the information, and Max urges the girls to find shelter, but they're determined to warn anybody else that they might come across about the zombies and assure Max and Edie that they can look after themselves. They part ways, and Max and Edie get back into the SUV to head for Zone C. They're not taking what Riley said at face value regarding the demons being responsible, and want to investigate for themselves. Anti-supernatural bigots are likely to take it as an excuse to act out in violence towards demons, which neither Max nor Edie want happening, in case it does come out that this was caused by demons.
Yeah, well, the demons cannot be killed by zombies. Can they be killed by other means?
Yes, they can be. They don't go into detail about how they can be killed.
Okay.
They decide to go back and examine the site of the breach for clues, and while they're on their way, Edie tries to needle more information out of Max about his past. He says that he left Cirque under fraught circumstances, but that his word would be trusted if they learned something from where the breach occurred. He also doesn't know how Riley and the other girls were able to tell he was a vampire on sight, and that supernaturals can usually sense one another, but that the girl explorers didn't appear to be supernatural themselves.
They just saw right through him, straight through the thong.
Yeah,
they knew.
They were like, you're wearing all black and you're really hot. And okay, both of those things are true, but also still, how did you know?
Maybe the gorget clued them in.
Maybe it was the sword. They find their way to where the breach happened, where there's a large moat to separate human territory from zombie territory. Someone's made a makeshift bridge across it that let the zombies in, proving that this breach was definitely brought on by sabotage.
They're making bridges for the zombies. Dude, whoever's doing this fucking sucks.
They're dicks.
It's very obviously premeditated, but they're like, hold on, let me build you a water bridge.
Edie and Max find the decapitated bodies of several elderly-looking guards. Edie notices that the dead guards have burns and a sulfuric smell that points to demonic interference. But Max knows that demons don't usually kill in this manner. Apparently, demons usually turn their victims inside out, which is horrifying.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's a rough one. Can you imagine this conversation? No, actually, usually they just do the old turny inside outy. You know,
Some things are better not knowing.
yeah, my imagination is great. And sometimes I need to put it on silence.
Edie notices bruising on the guards' wrists, and Max recognizes the scent on their wrists as dead roses, which means that the guards weren't actually killed by demons, but by the Fae. They put together that the Fae must have fed on the guards, hence why they looked elderly, engineered the breach, and planted evidence to pin it on the demons. They've been tampering with the security system so that nobody outside of the compound knows about the zombie invasion. Otherwise, troops would absolutely already be there.
Okay. In theory, though, it's still exclusively this town.
It's just the containment zone.
just this containment zone.
Exactly.
I'm assuming there's other containment zones in other places.
There's areas outside of the containment zone, and those are protected by the existence of the containment zone. So the containment zone is the closest to the zombies' compound. But there's all of these protections in place, like the moat, et cetera, et cetera. But then they built the bridge across the moat so that the zombies could cross it because they're evil. Edie puts together the theory that maybe the Fae did this to wipe out everyone except for a few humans to feed on because the Fae are dicks. Max says they don't have enough evidence to prove it, and they both know that if it gets out, the public will react violently against all supernaturals, not just the Fae or the demons or the one specific group, because people tend to do that because they don't understand nuance, right?
And we got into this whole situation because they reacted so violently to werewolves.
Yes.
That they created this problem in the first place.
The good news is the zombies haven't yet gotten out of the containment zone, so they have time to figure out what to do. They'll have to rally whoever's still alive in the zone to kill the zombies before they can break through the final wall, because if they manage to break through the final wall, there will be no stopping the zombies.
All bets are off.
They decide to go looking for the witch that Riley mentioned and stop for some blood bags at Max's before they do. Unfortunately for them, there's a zombie hiding behind Max's front door that he immediately starts dogfighting with and blocking Edie from getting inside to help him fight it.
Oh no! Does he still have his sword? Is it was a surprise? So he's
It was a
just
surprise, so he kind of is
now
fighting
we're
it
hand
off.
fighting.
Edie
His
gets into the
poor
house.
precious hands.
Yeah, his beautiful, beautiful hands.
His beautiful hairless body.
Edie gets into the house from the other side and distracts the zombie long enough for Max to slice its head off, but he's badly wounded and may have been bitten. Nobody knows if vampires can be turned into zombies or not, and if they can, Edie will have to stake Max.
Oh my gosh! How long does it take to turn from a zombie bite?
10 minutes for humans.
Okay, and you have no idea, so it could be 10 hours. You just got to be keeping an eye out on him? Oh,
Exactly.
Fuck.
And at the threat of offing himself right then and there, he makes her promise that she'll kill him if he's infected, and Edie reluctantly agrees.
Like, yes, I've got my Cardi B, I've got my burritos. I will fuck you up. Respectfully, kindly, I will kill you.
I got this. They get into the elevator to ride down to the basement, and Max tells Edie that when he came to the zone, he wanted to live by himself away from other people. But then he saw her wave at him while walking in the neighborhood and decided he wanted to know her, even if only through a false identity.
Next, you're going to tell me he made that whole channel just for her. And she didn't even like and subscribe.
Devastating. When they get to the basement, Max collapses from his injuries. Edie cleans him up and soothes him while he convulses violently, wrapping his wounds with his clothing since his bandages aren't big enough. When he wakes up, he asks if there are any bite marks on him, and Edie finds one, but it doesn't look like it broke the skin. It's also already been more than 10 minutes, which is the usual transformation time length.
And so it wasn't a full bite, it was a nibble. It was a nibbling.
And he heals.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of a different situation. Edie manages to talk Max out of staking himself, and he passes out so he can heal. She showers and then has a well-deserved emotional breakdown at the thought of how Max's death would have impacted her, because she's finally admitting to herself how much he means to her.
This is her person.
They are each other's person, and it's really cute, and I love it so much.
Aww.
She considers going off alone to find the witch in an effort to put space between them because she's scared and she wants to run away from this, but she knows she can never abandon him while he's vulnerable and that it would make her a coward.
Yeah.
When Max wakes up a few hours later, he finds out Edie left the lair to go get food, but before he can be angry at her, she loses it on him, which is fair. He comforts her through her tears and says he's more angry at himself for being careless and getting them into that situation, and he muses that he wishes he could turn her into a vampire. But again, vampires are born, not made in this world. They agree that since it's dark, they can't go out looking for the witch and will have to hunker down for the night.
Oh no!
Whatever are we gonna do with our time together in this bunker?
I understand Edie being pissed at him too, because every 5 frickin' seconds this guy is, oh no, save yourself, not me.
Let me fall on this sword for you.
Let me go die off alone. Alone, I tell you, alone. Don't go near me. And she's like, could you stop?
Please.
Could you just for 1 minute, let's work as a team? And he's, I'm going to run into the woods flailing while the zombies chase me. Teamwork makes the dream work, boy.
Except it's a team of one, and that team is Gaston, the vampire.
Fine. Let me get on your hairless stick.
Speaking of hairless sticks.
Yay!
Soon after, Edie is in Max's lap, and he's offering to take her to Boner Town, but wants to make sure she's cool with him biting her mid-coitus before they do. She's into it, and they go at it.
I'll give you one of those pleasure bites.
Exactly, not one of the pain ones.
Or the numb ones.
Unless you're into that. So she's down, and they go at it, and Max biting her multiple times in multiple areas.
Ooh.
Edie climaxes 6 times, which is excessive, and Max is really proud of himself for it as they cuddle together for the night.
Yeah, that's a lot. Slow clap.
Truly.
For him.
Good for you, Max.
Good for you.
The next morning, they're making jokes to keep it light, but know they're off to battle soon. Max's car is fucked from the zombie attacks. They have to take Edie's now. They follow the trail to where the witch lives and knock on her door, and the witch is named Sabrina because of course she is.
Fabulous.
She lets them in and they tell her everything, including their fear that if the humans find out there was supernatural involvement in the breach, it will be open season on supernaturals. Sabrina agrees to help, and her wife, a telepath named Starla, offers to use her enhanced human abilities to contact her neighbors.
We've met our first enhanced human.
Yes, I told you they would be coming around.
Yeah.
Max and Sabrina have a little if you touch her you die standoff about their respective partners, and then Starla does her thing and telepathically contacts some people.
Finally, they got the word out.
Yes. Max and Edie run by the mall to ask their new criminal friends if they'll help, but they say no because they need to protect their operation, but send them on their way with some lasagna and tiramisu, which isn't nothing.
That's not, but guys, priorities. The other half of that Scooby gang is, no, we gotta keep secret. And they're like, hey, guys, zombies will overrun everything. We've got to keep the printing presses going. This seems... There's going to be no humans left, but you do you, man. You do you.
Who are you going to use your counterfeit bills on? A couple of neighbors show up, including a woman who appears human, and a pair of trolls named Kip and Lorraine, who are extremely tall, friendly, and kind of clumsy in a cute way.
Mm-hmm.
Riley and the girl explorers show up, and Edie is insistent that they cannot be involved in any form of combat, being that they're teenagers. But they argue that they should be allowed to help with preparations for the upcoming battle, and everybody concedes on that.
So they're going to cut up the lasagna and tiramisu.
Yes, exactly.
I love that they're coming up with their army for the big battle.
It is really cute. As it turns out, the woman who showed up first is an oracle named Gwen, and she tries to use her abilities to tell their futures, but just winds up giving them really inconsequential fortunes about tripping and falling, Edie producing a gross soap batch, and Max getting glitter all over himself during his next social media post, and then she barfs in the bathroom.
That kind of tells you that there's going to be a next social media post.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not useless information. I would be very comforted by this. Good Oracle. You go, girl.
We love Gwen. With no future insight to help them, the group plans out how they'll lure zombies back to their hideout and hopefully kill them all so that this doesn't ever happen again. When they're getting ready for bed, Max asks Edie if there's any way he can convince her to hide out in his lair until it's all over, and she says no, she wants to fight.
You self-sacrificing piece of shit. Stop. Just stop.
He's the worst.
Constant.
It's ridiculous.
Maybe this is the French stereotype. Like, honestly. Oh no, I'll just die alone again.
So emo. Sabrina makes them all cider that she definitely spikes with some kind of truth serum because she starts asking the girl explorers questions, including how they knew that Max was a vampire on sight. Riley admits that they're half Fae, but they had nothing to do with the invasion brought on by the murderous Splinter group, even though most full Fae are dickwads.
I can't believe it's still ridiculous that humans are their food source. And they're
Yeah.
like, fuck it, kill them all.
I mean, I think that they're more targeting other supernaturals, hopefully. But
yeah, maybe
also...
if they start a supernatural war, it'll just wipe out everybody else. And then they're like, free for all.
Exactly. Edie admits to feeling bad about killing the zombies since they used to be people, and Starla shares that she tried to read their minds and found a confusing minimal amount of thoughts about minds and maps outside of their unending hunger. It's then that Edie figures out that the reason the zombies sometimes speak French is that before they were turned into mindless brain-eating machines, their handlers must have put on the show Enora the Explorer for them, a show that tries to teach kids French. Edie saw it when she used to babysit.
I know it's Dora the Explorer, but
yeah.
It is actually Caillou. Fucking Caillou.
Everybody hates Caillou.
Anybody who watched that annoying bald child talk about prendre le douche. All right, go douche yourself, Caillou. We get it. Shower it up, you weird child.
Stupid little bald bitch.
We're going to hate on something that actually did help improve my French literacy. Because I can.
On the topic of babies, Gwen confesses that she's pregnant, and they promise to keep her out of combat as much as possible the next day. Sabrina asks the girl explorers to exit the room so that the adults can talk, and she addresses Max, bringing up her mother's college roommate, Jacquette, an enhanced human that Max was in a relationship with, and asks if Max killed her. Max says he did.
Oh, this was the mistake. And her name is Jacquette?
Jacquette?
Like jacket with French.
Again, that's assuming I'm pronouncing it right, but maybe it's Jacquette.
I like it being jacket.
We'll just go with Jacquette then, and all the French people in the comments who haven't already started screaming at us and typing paragraphs can type us another paragraph.
Dude, I wouldn't blame you guys if you're mad. It's fine.
We love you so much. Disclaimer, we did not intend to offend the French with this episode.
No, you never intend to offend the French. You just do it naturally.
It just happens.
I don't intend to offend most people, and I'm just really good at it.
Same. Edie asks him to explain what happened, and he says that a level of sometimes undeserved trust can blossom between a vampire and their source, which makes said vampire blind to certain things. When they were together, Max was up for the vampire seat on the Cirque Council. Jacquette was a necromancer, which he knew, and also pyrokinetic, which he didn't know. And fire is one of the few things that can kill a vampire.
Well, here's the he got burned situation.
I told you were a psychic, girl.
I'm Gwen. She is me. I am an oracle. Thank you very much.
Jacquette had another vampire lover named Janos who wanted the Cirque seat for himself, and so she let him into Max's apartment while he was asleep and set a fire to kill Max.
Oh my god, she was cheating.
She was the only beneficiary in Max's will and would inherit all of his money if he died. Max woke up to find himself being restrained by Janos while Jacquette watched. Max was older and stronger than Janos and managed to defeat him and kill Jacquette, and then crawled to the nearest phone to report the incident. After that, he bailed on the Cirque position and went into self-imposed exile, assuming the identity of Chad the idiot. The Cirque Council wanted to know his whereabouts, but he managed to evade them.
Okay, well, he does have enough emo street cred to... This all makes sense. His entire character being like, just leave me to die!
Truly.
That is his backstory. I'm making fun of him less. No one gets burned like Gaston, takes a turn like Gaston. No one's super sad and emo like Gaston.
Again, I'm so impressed at how many of these you're coming up with off the cuff.
I should pivot to musical improv.
After telling his story, Max threatens everyone in the room that he'll kill them if they repeat it. He calls Sabrina out for the truth serum she put in their cider, and everyone's mad, but she says she did it because she needed to know that they could all trust each other.
This is such a fucked up corporate trust exercise. Like, hold on, everybody tell your darkest secrets. No big deal. Most of the people are fucking each other in this weird circle.
Yeah. Riley and the girl explorers burst in, angry about the truth serum too, and Max makes Sabrina drink some so that they can get honesty from her too.
Turnabout's fair play, girl.
Sabrina shares that she's been devoting most of her magic to keeping Starla, who's terminally ill, alive. In order to save her completely, she'd need to sacrifice someone else, and she considered sacrificing Max, but knows that she'd never overpower him in her current state.
Well, that's a truth. Hey, I seriously considered killing you earlier, but I'm totally not right now.
Not anymore.
Not at this moment.
Well, and she now also feels bad about the prospect since maybe, just maybe, he isn't the heartless murderer she thought he was. So Edie puts away the cleaver that she was planning to swing into Sabrina's face. The group agrees to get to bed, and Edie and Max are left alone. She tells him she's sorry about what happened to him and that he had to expose his secrets to this group of people. She's also sorry that he's putting his life at risk for anyone else when he could be happily hiding out in his basement instead. Max tells her that before all of this happened, he felt himself detaching, and that her being in his life brought him back to himself.
Oh, that's all he needed is just one person. Then he starts spilling his guts, and then other people make him spill his guts more.
Poor Max.
He's on a real roll at this point.
The next morning, they're quietly fucking in the bathroom, and after they're done, Max asks Edie if she wants to remain living in the zone. Edie says that the house she owns is all she has left of her parents, and she isn't sure if she can leave it behind, but that this probably wasn't the life that they wanted for her.
No, girl, find your memory couch elsewhere.
For real, though. Max shares that the library in his basement lair contains the last possessions of his parents, so he understands, and then shows her his mother's pomander, which he carries everywhere with him.
What the fuck is a pomander?
Pomander, for those who don't know, it's a little metal contraption that people kept fragrances in during the times of the Black Plague because they thought it prevented illness, and at minimum it kept the odors of death away.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Also, what a bougie thing to keep of your parents. I know it's like the only thing left. Whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's cute, though. It's cute.
he's so extra, just always.
Edie finds one of her soaps inside of the pomander. So remember when he was like, what kind of software do you use? He said that so that he could steal one of her soaps and put it in the pomander.
Oh my gosh. How creepy cute. That's adorable.
Very much.
What
And
scent is it?
it's like a citrusy, cinnamony scent. He says it reminds him of what his mother used to keep in it. So the
Oh,
soap reminded him of that.
That's so sweet. I like that.
And he gives it to Edie, saying that he wants her to keep it.
Self-sacrificing once again. The only thing connecting me to my parents. Here, it's yours now.
You can have it. They're interrupted in the bathroom by the trolls and then spend the day setting up their booby traps for that night.
Wait, so they were having this entire conversation while fucking, or was it like a
After.
before and after kind of
After.
thing? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I was like, that's a lot. Hold on, let me whip my container out from my thong.
This was making me think of my mom.
I'm gonna break this microphone.
Edie lights her neighbor's house on fire to draw in the zombies. These neighbors died in the first breach, so nobody owns the house anymore. And as she and Max watch the fire, she tells him that she's decided she does want to move out of the zone. She also admits that she's falling in love with him and wants a life with him, and he wants a life with her too.
They're finally being emotionally honest with one another.
It's so sweet. Just in time for the zombies to arrive.
The zombies Kool-Aid man through the door.
And they fall into some trenches the group dug and into razor wire that Edie hung from some trees, but it isn't enough to take them all out, and the group has to start fighting them. The girl explorers who are hiding up in the trees use their fae powers to make the branches come to life and restrain them so that Edie and company can decapitate them. Edie gets clawed up by one of the zombies, and an explosion is set off by Gwen to draw the remaining zombies away. The zombies are racing towards Gwen, and Gwen collapses out of the blue, and nobody knows why. They're racing towards her to eat her, but it's Belinda and Doug of the Mall Bandits to the rescue!
Yay! The gang's all back together! What?
To help distract the zombies, Edie starts singing the song from the Honora the Explorer show, and it works long enough for Doug, Belinda, and Max to behead the remaining zombies before they can get to Gwen, who's lost in some kind of vision.
This is the second time Edie has successfully used music as a weapon against these zombies.
And you know it was the song from In Our World, Dora the Explorer. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
Excellent.
The group cheers for their defeat of the zombies, but just as Max is checking Edie's injuries, a zombie comes bursting out of the bushes and attacks. Edie shoves Max out of the way and takes the brunt of it. Max kills the zombie, but not in time to prevent Edie from getting bitten.
No! Oh my god.
Devastating.
I am fucked up right now.
As Edie's laying there waiting for the transformation to take, Max and Sabrina are having a whispered conversation about what to do, and he essentially begs the witch for her help. Sabrina agrees, and Max lays down next to Edie so Sabrina can cast a spell over them.
Oh my gosh, is he doing this self-sacrificing bullshit again?
He is.
Like, listen, you would have saved your wife, so use me for this. Oh god, I can see it. He's so determined to throw himself on every sword imaginable.
It's true. Edie is saved by Max sacrificing his immortality for her, so he now has a human lifespan, and Edie survives the bite and doesn't turn.
Oh, amazing.
Thank goodness.
Amazing.
Max will be the first vampire to age like a human, but he argues that there's Botox for that, and he can certainly find a way to make himself and Edie live forever. I'm a find a way to make that work.
He's resourceful. He's self-sacrificing, but he's got to get on his girl's level because Edie is the most resourceful motherfucker in the entire world.
Absolutely. Gwen, meanwhile, awakens to tell the rest of them that she's had a horrible vision about the humans and the Fae making an alliance to take out the rest of the supernaturals, which means they need to find a paragon who will believe Gwen's vision and not be in service to the Fae or the humans. Max makes a cryptic reference to something that happened when Gwen was 18 and asks her if she knows of any such paragon. Gwen does, but it's not someone she ever wanted to see again, and at the thought of it, she barfs on Max. And that's the end of Zomromcom.
That's the end of Zomromcom. Oh my gosh. Is there a sequel? When is it coming out?
I know.
How can I find it?
I know.
Immediately.
So there is a sequel coming out. I believe it's called World's Okayest Oracle Reluctantly Seeks Demon.
Fantastic title.
The best title I've ever heard. And it's actually supposed to come out in August of this year. So it's coming soon.
Bookmark your calendars, people.
Yes.
Oh my shitballs.
We will be covering the sequel, absolutely.
That title alone,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I want to hear it from your lips, Marleigh, because this episode was so fun.
Yes, this was so fun. This was the first book that I ever read by Olivia Dade. I now want to look up everything that she has ever written because she's so witty. She's so fun. She writes a level of body positivity that I had not seen before in books, where she has these plus size characters who don't fucking hate themselves, which there's a time and a place for stories like that for sure. People have body image issues. It's understandable why authors write about it, right? Like, I do get it, but it's nice when that's not the center of the story.
If I were in the zombie apocalypse, I don't think I would be concerned about my body, except that it's not rotting. So
that's where we'll leave you guys
Yeah,
today.
anyway,
Thank you for joining us. Feel free to reach out to us, bookemporium@gmail.com, where you can send us book recommendations. You can send us your thoughts. We would love to hear from you. We have our own ideas. We would love to hear what you guys have to say.
Yep.
And follow us on Instagram, which is unfortunately Book Emporium Podcast, because they would not let me put porn in the name.
Rules. I hate them, but we abide. We're rule followers over here.
Unfortunately.
Shockingly.
I know.
Shockingly.
You would think that we weren't, but we actually are. We hate getting in trouble.
My sister said something recently that we're trying to absorb, which is you're an adult and you can't get in trouble with other adults. And I was like, so you say, but have you heard of the IRS? Counter argument. Tax day is the day after my birthday, and I always told myself, one day I'm gonna get arrested on the day after my birthday, but I'm gonna have a rager every year because of that.
As you fucking should.
Please, God, don't audit me.
No, please don't audit us, Daddy.
If any IRS agents are listening, I swear I am a rule follower. Please don't audit me. I live in fear. Anyway, we'll see you next time on Book Emporium.
Thank you so much for listening. We love you.
Yeah.
And can't wait to get on here again and talk about some more books.
Exactly. Go forth and be horny. Bye.
Bye.